Hey, it's Holly. In today's video, I am doing something that's a little bit overdue. I will be cataloging my collection. I've done a few cataloging videos in the past, and it's something that's really hard to keep on top of because I've got so much else going on in my life. This is just really a side hobby, and then I get stuff in the mail and it just kind of piles up. So haven't done some cataloging in about 2 months. So we are going to get a bunch of stuff cataloged so that I can tidy everything up, know that I have everything sorted out. And one of the side benefits of doing this is that as I have these duplicates come into my collection, being able to cross-reference what I already have as like loose figures and then pair them up to duplicate sets. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, today we are doing some long overdue cataloging because everything's starting to overflow a bit and I need to get myself sorted. So I have set up a workstation here. I've got my computer ready to go with my spreadsheet open, but I have a few things that if you haven't seen me do this before, I'll just kind of briefly explain my process of cataloging. For the sets that I consider my keep sets, so sets that will be staying in my collection, I store them in these little tins. The pieces, I should say, the figures and pieces that come with the set. And effectively, these are just little metal tins that I put a Dymo label on. You'll see I have a label printer off to the side here. And I will just label if it's complete, what figures are there, what figures basically are supposed to be there, and then I'll check them off if I've got them. These tins then will contain whatever figures came with it, and I put little silica packets in them. So that will keep any moisture out from damaging them. To give you an example of a set that has more than one figure, there's one where I've got both figures, and again, I just keep track of what's in there. And to give you an example of something that's not complete, let me find one here. So things that I'm missing. So this one I can see that I'm missing the pink ribbon and the banner, but I've got all the pieces and I've got both figures in here. So that one's a wild one. So that's how I store them. I've got them stored by year and then alphabetically from there. And this all corresponds with a spreadsheet I have on my computer. So the stuff that I store in this bin with these little tins is all of my keep stuff. I used to store everything in tins and I started running out of them because I have, I mean, what's in here at the moment? I've got counts on everything. I have in the computer so far 83 duplicates that are in bins upstairs. So lots of duplicates. So for my duplicate figures, I will typically put them in a little plastic bag like this with the label on the bag instead of on a tin. And then I store the figures with the set, provided it will fit inside. So that's my basic process here. If you've been watching my videos, you'll know that I've been getting a lot of stuff lately, and the downside is that I got kind of behind on my cataloging, so that's what we're going to be doing today. So we're just going to have a quick look at my spreadsheet. As you can see, a lot of it says last updated in November. I'm a bit behind. But this is where I left off. I try to, as best I can, and I do need to update this, come in here and look at what I've got that's complete, what I've done a video on, and you can see through here I've got a bunch of things that I haven't done videos on. Anything that's complete, I've just kind of highlighted it with this sort of seafoam color for quick glance looking at what I've got complete, and then I have it so that you can, of course, sort it however you like, but at the moment it's mostly sorted by complete status and then by year and then by the name of the set. So that's how I organize this. My duplicates are also in another, what's the word, sheet in the spreadsheet. And then these are my loose figures. So I have done these more recently. I got through a bunch of these in December. In my bin upstairs, I currently have 150 spare figures. And then I've put photos of all of them in there. These are not photos of my own sets. These are just, I just grabbed the photo of the figure from the Only Polly Pocket website, dragged it into my spreadsheet just so that I had a reference of what the figure looks like if I'm looking for something quickly. So that's the situation. So we are going to go through this and just kind of sort through it. Let's start out with some of that lot that we got from Lizzie in the most recent episode. She so carefully put everything together for us. So the nice thing is this should be pretty painless to work through. So this is the 1994 Pollyville Treehouse set. I've got onlypollypocket.com open. If you're unfamiliar with this website, it's amazing. A woman named Barbara runs this, and she's basically put together the encyclopedia of Polly Pockets with help from the community. And this website is effectively our collector Bible. So in here, I will basically just look up by year. So I'm going to 1994. I'm going to find the set. There it is. And what I try to do is keep track of both names, partially that if I do ever sell something, I know how to keyword it, but also that if I'm looking for missing pieces, I know what to look up, because there were often two names, a Mattel set and a Bluebird set. And a lot of the Bluebird sets will start with Polly's. So in this case, Polly's Treehouse. And then the Mattel set will often have a more plain name. But they're all the same. So if I go into my keep, this one I know I do not have yet, I will type in the year. So my Bluebird name is Polly's Treehouse. Is it one word or two word? One word. I'm going to put Pollyville Treehouse. And I think this is complete, but what I'll do is I will go down to the section where it shows you what should be with the set, and I'll just briefly look at the set to make sure that there's nothing missing, nothing broken. I can see here that it has the swing. The tree is supposed to open like this. There is a trap door, which is still there, so that's good, and the deck chair. So all the moving pieces are there. Nothing appears to be broken. So I'm going to take that one, and we'll look at the figures that she gave us. I want to start here because otherwise these will all get mixed up. And if you didn't see my latest haul video, Lizzie was so sweet. She also put a silica packet in there, which was great. Okay, so I'm looking for that Polly. There she is. And I'm looking for, where is she? This Lulu. Okay, so now that I've got that, I'm going to take one of my tins. They are going to go into the tin, and I'm going to open up my Dymo label maker. So I will write, in this case, I will usually just go with the Bluebird name. And then it's complete. There are two figures. There is Polly and Lulu. I will print that out. Okay, good. So it changed the label size because the last time I used my label printer was for my Christmas cards. So there is, put the label on there, and then I will find my pen. And once I've got that on the spine of that, I just, again, check off. I know this is kind of redundant in the case that it's complete, but I'm a little bit OCD. Put those in there. Then I come back to my spreadsheet and I just make sure, yes, it is complete. The figures have kind of loose joints. And then Lulu has a worn mouth. This type, I always put just what type of set it is. So if it's a compact, if it's like a tiny little play set, if it's like I call some of them novelty compacts, if they're really strange shapes or just kind of fall outside of the norm. And then if there's a collection, so this is part of the Polyville collection. I have not done a video on it and there are no lights and sound. Okay, so then that goes into here. And for now, I am just going to put this to the side because these are so full that I'm going to need to rejig them once we've got them all set up. So if you see here, it will ultimately end up here in the 1994 section under Polly's, but unfortunately that's going to be a juggle to do, so we will come back to that. Okay, so we've got one done. That's the good news. 10 minutes in, we have one. Okay, so that's off to the side. Next set, let's work on the Children's Hospital. Now, this one is a duplicate, and I intend to hang on to this one for now. I have an existing Children's Hospital, so when I've got something that's existing, what I'll do is I'll pull out the one that I already have. And if there are any pieces that are better in one set or the other, I try to put all of the best pieces together. And that way, if I do separate from one of the sets, then at least I know that I've got one that has everything that I need. So this is the 1995, what was this called? I have to look it up here. Polly's Children's Hospital and the Light Up at Children's Hospital. If I've already got it, then I will usually just cheat and do that. I believe this is complete because I have all the same pieces here. So, and I know this one is complete. So there are 3 babies, 1 toddler or older baby. This one also came with a wheelchair. And the scale accessory, and it also came with Polly and the mom, I believe that is supposed to be. So yes, it looks like Polly has a bit of a worn face and the purple baby has a worn face, and Polly has a slightly loose joint. And then this is a Polyville. And then I have done video on it, and this one does have lights, and verified the lights are working. So this then goes into here. Now, technically, I am going to move this over to my duplicates spreadsheet. But for now, I'm going to keep it here because I don't intend to get rid of it. No, that doesn't make sense. I should put it in the duplicates just because it is a duplicate. See, I have these fights with myself. Okay, so we'll put it here. And I will just put here working lights. All right, so same thing. Now I'm going to find this on the Only Polly Pocket website. So we've got Polly, Tawny, Tim. Wow, they've got so many names. Okay, so 1995. And this has, oh, I can probably just copy off here, can't I? 8 figures. So it's got Polly. the trays, the little tray thing for the scale. Whoops. Okay, and then I've got that there. Now, again, normally I would have put that in a bag, but because I'm not ready to let this one go, it is going to be in a tin as well. Okay, and then that goes off to the side. I'm gonna have so much fun cleaning these. Lizzie specifically did not clean them because she was afraid that she would hurt them. So I am excited to get some of these cleaned up. And when I do, I will do some cleaning videos, I promise. Okay, next one here. Oh, this is one that's new to us. So let's work on this. This is the 1994 giraffe house. So this is going to be a keep because we do not have it yet. So it was called Polly Pocket Giraffe House. And then in England with Bluebird, it was called Big G's Treetops. That's quite the name. And this was the animal one. Oops. I call this a Polyville, but it was part of the Animal Wonderland collection. I have not done a video. Okay, so this one comes with, oh, these weird figures. So it comes with this little guy, this one, and Polly. Now, an interesting thing is I know that I have some loose figures of this. So what I will ultimately do is come back in once everything's cataloged, look at the loose figures I have, and then swap out things that are better, if they're better, and then again, ultimately keep what I've got. So here they have, that's so funny, Ginger Giraffe and Piper Parrot. So there are 3 figures here. Treetops. And we've got all 3, so we will print that. These friends will go into a tin. So as you can see, this process is time consuming, and as a mom and business owner, I often find that I don't have a ton of spare time, which is amazing that we just decided to do a YouTube channel amongst all that, but here we are. So this is great. The only thing I noticed is that Polly has a worn face, but the other one looked great. This was complete, so we'll leave that highlighted in that color. Otherwise, everything looks good. So we will put that one to the side. All right, now let's do a different one. We're gonna do this friend, our Up, Up, and Away. This one was from 1997, so we'll go into the Only Polly Pocket website. And we're gonna pull this up. So it is complete. I've got the picnic table, the balloon, and the 2 figures. The balloon I'm going to leave in the compact. The other pieces I'm going to take out. The balloon will not fit in the tray, or tin, I should say. But this one, as we know, is in excellent condition. And the figures are not too bad. Lauren has a little bit of a worn face, but that's okay. We'll see if I've got one that has a smaller silica packet. Makes it a bit easier to fit that in. So this one was just called Up, Up and Away. There doesn't appear to be any different names here. Is complete. Lauren Has a Worn Mouth. So this is one that I would call a novelty compact just because it's not like there's a collection of hot air balloon compacts. And then this one was part of the Happy Holidays collection. So we'll go there. I have done a video on it. And then we will go back to our Dymo. And I've got all 4 pieces. So when I've got, I'm just gonna put balloon, that will make it a bit easier. When I've got something that I keep with this set, I will typically just rate that so that if I open the tin, I'm not like, hey, where did that go? This one's quite obvious, but sometimes with some of the vehicles, they don't fit. But like 99% of the stuff does, and that's why I don't bother getting a different size tin because it just wouldn't make sense. So we've got all of those. That will go into my done pile. And we're moving on. Okay. This is the 1989 Heidi's Alpine Chalet, and this one I believe is not complete. Pulling it up. Where did it go? There it is. Okay, so this one is where you will see me change how I do this. I should just double check the Bluebird names. They are both called the same thing. Whoops. So this one's not complete. So what I'll do is I will no fill and I unbolt it. So this one, I believe I am just missing. So I've got the, he's hiding in there, the snowman, I've got the reindeer, and I have Polly, but I do not have the skis. Fortunately, all of these pieces are in excellent condition, so I'm just missing the skis on this one. And then this one I will put a compact. It's a classic compact, and it is, I believe, part of the keepsake collection. It says none, so I'm gonna leave it, but most of these, this style, the original kind of compact style, were part of the keepsake collection. I have not done a video on this one. So then when I go to do this one here in my printer, I'll say complete no. And I've got 3 out of 4. So I've got Polly, snowman, skis, and the reindeer. And then I will, here we can use this one for this. Pop them in there. So we just have everything but the skis. All right, moving on. All right, we've got a few that I want to look into here. Let's see what we can find. Some of those beautiful ones that I got from the UK. Some of these other exciting finds that I have here. I have to sort this situation out as well. And oh my gosh, this is kind of overwhelming what's going on in here. But we'll get through what we can. I've got a number of figures and sorts going on. But we should get some of these things into the system. Oh, there's a little heart sticker. So, we've got a number of these cases to contend with. I have 2 of the Hollywood Hotel, one of which I will be keeping and one will ultimately get put into my duplicates. One of them, I think the case is just a bit broken. But maybe let's start with these heart ones and then come back to some of these other ones here. Okay, so we are going to run out of tins. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can do 8 more. Okay, we can do this. Let's do these. So this is the 1995, gosh, which one is this called? We just did a video, y'all, and I can't even remember. 1995 Superstar hair. Okay, so first let's just investigate because I cannot remember for the life of me what pieces we have with what. So nothing and nothing. Okay, so we've got 1 complete set and 2 more cases. So we've got Polly, we've got the brush, we've got the 2 barrettes. Perfect. Now we just have to look at the cases and determine which one we want to keep. So the first thing I will look at is actually the stickers, because a lot of the stuff you can clean up, but the stickers you can't. And the stickers all look pretty good in these. This one has a bit of a scratched mirror. And this one also has some wear on the pearlized finish. So like you can't fix that because this finish, if you try to polish it, it just comes right off. So that one is probably a no. These 2, otherwise, looking now from the stickers looking good, I'm just now gonna look at the paint to just see if there's any obvious paint chips. And these both look pretty good. Then we will look at the case. Now in these ones, I'm looking mostly for the condition of the pearl on them. This one is better. I believe this is the one I got from Christy, and it's, of the ones, I think this is the nicest one. I do have to get the sticker off, which can be a bit of a risk because, again, we're trying not to take the finish off, but this one has a lot of chips in the finish, especially near the bow. This one is a bit better. And while this one does have a mark there, this one does have the better logo. I think this one, I am just going to have a better time restoring the logo on this, better chance of doing that and having a nice set than with this one. So this will be my keep set. These 2 will go into the duplicates. So the way that I will do this is I will first rate it here. So this is going to be the 1995. Let's just look at what it's called in Bluebird and Mattel terms. So it's both of them are just called Superstar hair. And we have all pieces, and I would just say for this one, the logo is worn on the compact. This one I will call, now what did I call the other one? Because I did put one in here recently. The Superstar hair. Oh, one of them apparently has a chewed clasp. That's this one. Okay, so I just called that a compact. And this was part of the Happen in Hair collection. I have done a video on this. All right, so that is my keep. Here is my, is it Superstar or, it says it's 2 words. Okay, so I am going to take this one that I had put in here previously, stick it on the duplicate sheet. So that's accounting for this one, missing all the pieces. And then this one, I'm missing all the pieces. So the case has, whoops. Some case wear and scuffs on it. Okay, and that one I did do a video on it, and then I'm just going to delete this line. Okay, so now we're going to go back to our Dymo and we're going to put this one in. This one is complete. So it came with Polly, the brush, and the barrettes. I don't know if I'm spelling that correctly. Okay, beautiful. So we will go ahead and print that. That will go onto one of our tins. I know a lot of people have commented that they like to keep the figures with the sets, and I totally hear that. I have kids, and part of me worries about that because I think it seems inviting, but also just knowing that sometimes when you close the sets, you can crush them. I just prefer to avoid that situation. Oh, and I should have written 4 out of 4 on that sticker, but I don't care enough to fix it. There we go. So that one is all good, and we are going to then move on from that one. So this is going to be my keep. I'm going to put it in my keep pile, and these ones will go into my duplicate pile. All right, so let's look at the next one here. This was the styling workout, I want to say. I don't think I've done a video on this one yet. No, I have not. And I just got this one recently complete, which I was really excited about. I thought it was broken when I got it, and then I investigated and it was not. This one just came in a lot, so I was very lucky to find it complete. But if we go back, this one is the 1995 Stylin' Workout, also known as Polly's Fitness Studio. Okay. And in terms of the condition, fortunately there is no wear on any of the stickers. The case is actually in pretty good shape. There's a little bit of scuff on it, but otherwise clean, and nothing noteworthy there. And I have not done a video yet on that one. So these will go into, sometimes it's easier than others, especially when you do a bunch of the same that have like 2 barrettes and a brush, you know, like these are all mostly the same. So this one is I'm gonna call this one Polly's Fitness Studio. I try to stay true to the Bluebird name for the sake of my organization, but I think most people know this one as Polly, or the Stylin' Workout. Okay, so we're good on that one. Now, my Happen in Hair, I don't think I've got that one cataloged yet, but I'm just going to Happen in Hair. What am I saying? Stylin' Salon. Just gonna check that I don't have it in here. Nope. So this one is not technically complete. If you saw my video where I did the tour of this set, I actually mentioned this, that the barrettes are technically wrong. this one came with an extra accessory as well. So here I have kind of the opposite, and to be fair, there's a chance that I guess this could be a bit of a variation, but I've got Polly, she's missing an arm, the towel, the brush, and then on the screen it shows on the Polly Pocket website there that it should be a pink heart and a yellow star, but you can see I have a pink star and a yellow heart. So but I'm just going to make a note of that in the notes and otherwise call it complete, because that really doesn't matter to me. This one is in pretty darn good condition, which I am excited about. If you recall, I got this in a lot where the whole lot was $17 and it was just kind of hidden in there, which was so exciting. So this one is called Style and Salon. It probably had something else for the Bluebird name, but if it's not on the website, I don't know what it is, and I will just put okay. And then this one is very similar. We are just going to make this 5, and then we have the towel to add. Ta-da-da. All right. It's gonna be nice to get these on my shelf. I have just had these all kind of like sitting in a box in my dining room, which is not ideal. And I'm gonna be using my dining room tomorrow, so I should get these put away. Okay, this is the 1994, where are we here? Strollin' Baby, and I don't think I've shown this one to you yet. Nope. Right? I haven't? I don't think so. Oh my gosh, I can't remember anything anymore. Missed opportunity for a fish pond. That should really have been a sticker, but well, that was their choice, I guess. This is a lovely set, and it was also referred to as Polly's Playtime Fun. Okay, so have I done a video on this? Why can't I remember? That's probably a sign I have too much stuff. So this one is does not appear to be complete. I appear to be missing Ben. So we're going to remove that. And otherwise, in terms of the condition, the figures are in great shape. Their joints are really nice. I don't see anything that is broken or missing in here. Everything is still as it should be. Stickers are lovely. The case is in pretty excellent shape. So we'll get these two in there. So of the 3 pieces, we are missing Ben. Okay, so this one is not complete. And we have 2 out of the 3. So we've got Polly, we've got Ben, and the other one's name was Lucy. This will go on here. So the nice thing is, what I'm gonna do once I have all of these cataloged is I'm then gonna go back into my loose figures. So I'll sort my keep sets and my duplicate sets by incomplete, and then I'll just cross-reference my loose figures to see if I can complete any of them, because oftentimes I can. And there's been a number of occasions where I've done that. So that's kind of the fun of hoarding everything, is that eventually it'll come around. So here we've got the garden surprise one that I showed you in my haul the other day. I will be doing proper tours of these, but this is a fish pond friend. This is 1990 garden surprise. Oh. Sometimes the website's not set up perfectly. Okay, so Polly's Secret Garden. And then garden surprise. This one is complete. Some of them came with a bonus dollar locket, but again, that's in terms of just the complete set, because not all of them had that. We're just looking at these 2 figures. There is some paint wear on the statue minor, which the nice thing is that would be easy to fix because it's just all one color. So this one we will say I should have been filling that out properly. And then this one I think is part of the keepsake collection. And I have not done a video. I'm pretty sure I haven't done a video on Playtime Fun. No, I wouldn't have. If it was not complete, I wouldn't have done that. Okay, so this is the 1990. And there it goes. I have to say it is really nice to just get things processed. I've had very limited free time over the last few months, so that's been a bit of a struggle, but okay, here's the Hollywood Hotel situation. So this case is gorgeous and the logo is gorgeous, but and it's clean. Super clean, and the stickers are great. The sad thing is that the front door is broken. This one, it's got a bunch of sticker residue on it, and that will come off. That's not a big deal. This one you can polish right down because it's just the plastic is that color. There's no paint I'm worried about taking off. I would need to restore the logo, but in good news, the stickers are good. All of the doors are here and not broken. And this one came with 2 figures, or 1.5, I should say. It came with the Polly, and then there's also a bellboy, but he doesn't have legs. And there's kind of a running joke at the moment that all of the sets, the Hollywood Hotel sets, someone's missing. Someone's missing legs or something. It just is so bizarre, but this is going to be my keep set, and this is going to be my duplicate set, purely just based on the fact that you can't really fix. I can't easily just take this piece off and put it on. So unfortunately, even though this one has a bit of a nicer case physically, I think I'll be able to restore this just fine. I'm going to get back to you, by the way, way in the beginning, I had been working on some of the foiling of the logos. I'm going to be getting back into that. So stay tuned for more of that content. But this is the, what year is this? 92? Yeah. 1992. And I think I've got one here. So let me, Hollywood Hotel. Okay, so this one, I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it in the duplicates. And then I'm going to get rid of it here. And then this one, I'm going to then go into my keep. I'm going to that here and just say that I am missing the legs of the bellboy. Oh, wow. Hollywood star or superstar Polly. It's funny because we always call it the Hollywood Hotel, but that is not what it's called. Okay, so what are we calling it? Oh. Doesn't really show a name for Bluebird. Okay, well, then we're just gonna change it to Hollywood Star. And this one I am missing the legs of the bellman. And this is part of the Superstar Polly collection. I've not done a video on this. Okay, so that one is going to go into my duplicates. Where is my duplicate pile? Where did it go? There it is. And I'm going to keep this one. So these two are going to come out, and then we're going to go back into here. So this is not complete, but just gonna write missing legs right there just so I don't confuse myself. And as you can see, I am quickly running out of tins. This is the problem. I need to get some more, but we do have those two. We are just missing his legs. This one needs a clean, but that is a fun activity. And where are we now? We've got a variant. I have 2 more tins, so I want to see if I can just get things that I currently do not have tins for, and I might be able to swap this out. I don't think I had pieces for this Pony Club one at all, but I really want to get these ones on the shelf because they're beautiful. So we will do Midge's Flower Shop since it's close to my heart. Midge's Flower Shop. Okay, so I have an extra one as a duplicate. That is going to be removed from the shelf. And I was missing Midge. So that one is going to need to be processed out of there. And this is like my you need to go deal with that flag to remind myself to do that. And then I've got, if I come back here and I bring that back over, this part of the keepsake collection, maybe, doesn't really say. But we've got Midge and we've got Titch. So we will dig out the one that I had here. So bear with me while I find that. Okay, here's the one for the one that is currently on my shelf. So I had Titch. So what I can do here is I can rescue this label. Okay, that will go onto one of these. And then I'm just going to compare the 2 figures. See, there we go, we made a tin. Okay, this one is far superior. So that will be my keep. this one will go into the duplicates bin with the other duplicate. Wait. Oh my gosh, my dexterity. This is like opening a produce bag in the pandemic when you like can't and don't want to lick your fingers. There we go. Okay, so we've got Titch there. We've got those two. We are now going to go into here and fill this one back out. This one is complete. We have Midge and Titch. This is one of those sets where there isn't a Polly, which, you know, there's not as many of those, but they do exist. We've got both of these. This is beautiful. That will go in my duplicates, and then this one will be replacing the one upstairs on the shelf because the condition of this is insanely good. So very excited about that. All right, we're almost there. We've got, okay, now we've got 2 tins left. We're doing okay. This one is a variant of a set that I do have. I have not done a video on this one yet, and this is one of the ones that I played with the most in my childhood. This is a variant of the 1989 townhouse. Now this Polly is in rough shape, so I might be able to swap her out, and I actually am just going to look at my loose figures to see if I have that, because if that's the case, what's the year on her? 1989 on her feet. So I have this currently sorted by year, and she's got a red dress. I don't really see. All my Pollys were down here. Polly, 1989. I've got a bunch of those. I do not have, of all the things, you know, 150, and I don't have this one. Hopefully I'll find one of her that's in better condition down the road. She's in really rough shape. And well, I say that, and it looks like she has like silver Sharpie on her or something. I might be able to clean it, but it will be hard because you don't want to wipe the paint off, but we'll see how that goes. So otherwise complete. It came with the dog and cat, and I believe we will find that one here. So Polly's townhouse, and there it is. So I'm going to copy this one, and I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to do red variant. So yeah, we just hopefully will find another Polly that we can replace her with, because she's in rough shape. But there is otherwise nothing wrong with this compact. It's in lovely condition. Great stickers. Someone just got a bit creative with Polly, and I'm going to make a note in here. Whoops, that she needs some love. Okay, so that one is done, and we've got 1 tin left. Let's use it for this. This is the 1989 Polly's Pony Club, I believe is what it's called. There it is. And oh, there's no info on it. there's a few pages on the website that are kind of broken. So this is where you just kind of have to hope you can find it. And sometimes what I'll do, so you can see here that it shows up, but if I click on it, it doesn't like load. So sometimes what I'll do here is you can go to like cached versions of the page. And that one doesn't seem to be working. When that fails, then I will go to archive.org and I will open up the Wayback Machine. I will find the link that I'm looking for. Okay. Then I will see what it looked like years ago. Okay, so we'll go back to 2017. We'll see if this works. If you haven't used this website, it's great. Basically, it's robots crawl the internet all the time, and then this website kind of stores little snapshots of it, so you can go look at what a website looked like previously. And there it is. See, we were very crafty. Okay, so it came with, they just call it a pony. Okay, so the 3 red doors are intact. That is beautiful. Everything looks good. Stickers look fine. Anyway, I hope that little internet tip helps you out at some point. Polly's Pony Club. Oh, I think I might have it here because I have an empty one upstairs. Okay. Did I mess up my spreadsheet? We are going to have to go investigate that. No, I didn't. I just deleted something up there and then never came back to the line. Okay, delete. So as you can see at the top of my set here, or my spreadsheet here, I have a set count, so we're at 169. This is in my keep. Today is January 21st, and we are going to print off a sticker for this. That means I can take my one that's currently on my shelf and I can move it out. I didn't have any figures for it, so that's not a big deal. But I should be putting that here. And that one will be out there. I like that they just call that a pony. It's not just a pony. It's a creepy, creepy toddler on a pony. There we go. Okay, so we're out of tins, so that's what we're gonna call it today. But I hope that gives you some insight into how I store my collection and sort through it. It's a lot of work. But now that I've got these, we'll just pull these back out. Excuse me. At this point, I will then take these and try to put them in order by year. So 89, 90, 89, 95, 94, 92, 95, 95, 94, 97. And then once I've got them by year, then I will go through and I will put them in alphabetical order. Wow, this is working out pretty easy for me here. Okay. Polly's So then what I'll do is I will come over here and like, this is my start. So this is like my 89 starts here and then it goes down to currently 1994. I've got at least 4 sets here. I've got, how many can I fit there? 2. Okay, so I've got 2 I can fit there. So I need to make room for at least 2 more. So what I'll do is I'll start down here and I need to get at least myself over to 1990. So then this becomes a shuffle. And I'm trying to get to 1990 Polly's. Where am I? Okay, so Polly's townhouse. Did I catalog that wrong? Yes, that should say 1989. Oh, y'all are gonna come for me in the comments. That always happens. Full transparency, I have ADHD, so be gentle on me here. Polly's townhouse. We're just gonna fix this because that will drive me nuts. It's like there should have been another one. Here we go. It was 1989, right? See, now I'm gonna just throw myself. Yes, it was. Okay. Phew. Okay. So we've got 1989. So 1990, Midge's Flower Shop. That's gonna go up there. So basically, sorry that this is like mostly off camera. I'm just getting these sorted in. Polly's townhouse is up here. And then Polly's Pony Club. Just gonna go here. And then this will shift up. And Heidi's Alpine Chalet. Okay, so now that is all sorted in there. I can now see where I'm sitting. I do not want to squish these, so we're just gonna go back in there for a minute. So now I can see what I've got for space, and we can now come back in and add, I've got a 1992, so pull this out. So it's just like, I'm just constantly going through and yeah, the edges have these little creases in them, so you can't fit the same amount. Constantly going through and just reshuffling this, but I found that this is just the best way to keep everything sorted. These bins, by the way, are from IKEA. They are the Kugis bins. It's probably about 3 inches tall. I love these. They're great. They hold the tin perfectly, and then they've come with a little lid that just sits on top and it fits, it closes, it's lovely. I love it so much. So that is all in there. And then now over to the other one. This is where it starts to just get so messy, but this side is where I've got some space still. This is just a random bag of things that are either not Polly's or not Polly's I collect that I've come across over the years. Here's Barbara's business card from a time that I got some sets from her. So we will slide these all over now. So we have to start with 1994. And I actually have some that need to go in that previous bin. So the Big G's treetop has to move over. And this one comes here. There. Okay. So do this. All right. Coming through 1994. Happy Horses. Okay, Polly's Playtime Fun. Polly's Treehouse. We can fit one more here. Okay, and then moving into the Children's Hospital. Polly's Fitness Studio. Style and Salon, Superstar Workout. And then we've got the Up, Up, and Away. Woof, look at that. What's this? Oh, this is just a whole bin of extra pieces specifically for Magical Move in Polyville, because I have like 12 of them. So that's where we're going to leave that for today, because that is a lot to deal with. But that is how I sort this all out. It's a process, but it's a labor of love. And the nice thing is that once I've got that done, these bins just tuck away in the cupboard. I can put all my things on the shelf. I know exactly where everything is if I need to find it. And that's the benefit of actually keeping up with it, which I am not good at. But it's really nice to have some more of that done. So I hope you enjoyed watching that process and just trying to show you these really cute stickers that I have on the edge of my bin there. So cute. But that's my process, and we will wrap this up. All right, so it's a lot of work, and as you can see, it takes resources. I clearly need to go get some more tins. I will be working on that, but in the meantime, I also just wanted to show you something else that I have going on. This is my new container for my duplicate Pollys. So specifically the figures, I went to the dollar store, I bought a container, and it's supposed to be, I think, like a fish tackle box. And I don't want to tilt it too much and then spill them all out, but I currently have all of the figures sorted in here. So these are figures that don't have a home. They don't have a set that they're currently with. But I have it all sorted. So for example, over here I have Pollys that have permed hair, and then I have Tina's, Midges. These are babies and kids. These are Lulu's and Pixies. We've got male figures. This is just a miscellaneous one here in the middle. These are some of the acrylic figures I've been working on. Animals and miscellaneous like pieces of things in there, like so for example, ring toppers that like don't have a ring with them. And then I've got some sad ones, like here's what I mean by that. Like just figures that are missing arms or completely have no face, but mostly these are ones that are just missing limbs or otherwise, you know, like just don't have any legs. Hard life. And then I've got other styles of Polly. So I have like the sort of Polyville curly hair ones all put together, and then ones where Polly has her hair up in a ponytail of some sort. And then these are those tiny little enchanted storybook figures that you've seen if you've seen any of my enchanted storybook videos. I sorted them that way just because it makes it a lot easier, so that if I go to look for something, which I've done, so, you know, going through my spreadsheet, seeing, oh, hey, I have a duplicate Fairy Light Wonderland. Do I have any extra fairies in my bin? I can look at my spreadsheet and then I know immediately where to find them. So again, it took a bit of time to work through a lot of that stuff, but it's worth it in the end. Because then I can find everything. And that's important. I think it's important to know what you have. It's also important that if you do go out sort of hunting, like looking for stuff in the wild, going to thrift stores, going to flea market sales, that you can look at the spreadsheet while you're out there. So I have it saved in my Dropbox and then I'm able to pull it up and just look at it. And that honestly is really, really helpful because a lot of the times I don't find a lot of stuff local to me, like local here. I usually end up having to drive about an hour out to be able to find toys like out in thrift stores or out in the wild. I don't know why, but it just seems to be that way. So it's not something where it's like, oh, I'll just quickly go check or can't. I'm really far away from home and I'm not coming back for a few months. So that's something that if you do collect and you look for stuff out in the wild, I recommend having a spreadsheet. It really, really helps me. So I know that lots of people have mixed opinions on how I catalog my stuff. I know a lot of Polly collectors like to keep their figures with their sets. Again, my reasoning for it is, one, I don't want them to get lost. I don't want my kids to break into something and then lose a piece because I would just be gutted. But also I am worried that if I close a set or someone closes a set that they might break an arm off. Just the number of Polly figures I have received, you know, in my collection that just are missing an arm, unbelievable. So I never had that happen to me as a kid, but I was quite particular about my toys and I kept really good care of them. And I think I was probably a bit of an anomaly. I think a lot of kids probably ended up with broken Polly Pockets. They're not the most durable figures. So that's my reasoning behind it. And again, I use the metal tins just because to me it feels really nice and solid. And then I put the silica packets in there just so that there's no chance for moisture or anything to get trapped in there and potentially damage a figure. So that's why I do it that way. But let me know in the comments if you do have a Polly collection and you sort things differently. I love to hear how other people organize their stuff because sometimes I might learn something that I want to do. Gosh, there was something else I was going to ask you. Oh, if any of you are specifically Polly Pocket collectors, I'm running out of space in my display cabinet. And I'd consider getting another one, but we might move and I'm not sure if I want to get into that right now, just knowing that we might move elsewhere. So if you have any tips on what to do, because at the moment I just kind of had everything, all my compacts, I had them sort of clamshelled open. But now I don't know if I'm going to be able to continue to display them that way because I've kind of run out of space and I might need to stack them, which is not my favorite thing to do. But I know that you can get like acrylic risers to kind of tilt them up and display things in a more tiered fashion. So if anyone has any recommendations on where I could get just smaller display acrylics to help kind of face some of my collection a bit better, because it's a mess right now. I'd show it to you, it's a mess though. But I have shown it in previous videos if you're curious what the cabinet and all that stuff looks like. Anyway, I'm rambling. I just want to throw out there again, thank you to everyone that's been sending in ideas and just generally being excited for the fact that we're coming up on our first anniversary of the channel. This is something that I really didn't know if it would resonate with anyone. Mostly I just wanted to document this wild journey of trying to recollect my childhood Polly Pocket collection, and we've done that, and now I just have a whole other problem going on, really is what's happening. But I really appreciate you all being here, and we're nowhere near done, and I do have still projects in the work. I'm working on my big project for you, and I don't want to spoil it, but I think you're going to love it. So I am planning a giveaway for the 1-year anniversary, and still open to other ideas. I want to do more. So let me know in the comments if you've got ideas. But if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, please hit the subscribe button. It's free and it helps out the channel so much. It really helps with the algorithm and all of that stuff. Also, please like the video. I really, really appreciate all of your support over the last almost year now. We've got about a month to go until it is our 1-year anniversary. So that's super, super exciting. If you're on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, you can find me there. Pocket Vintage Toys is where you can connect with me outside of YouTube. But as always, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.